Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wrestling fans around the world, I would like to personally welcome you to episode 4 of the greatest pro wrestling podcast in the tri-state area, the Hot Tag Podcast. Come on, man. Let's give it up. Listen, this is the podcast where we talk about anything and everything pro wrestling. I am one half of your host, Rashad, and the other half of your host, my tag team and partner in crime, like always, Justyn. What's going on with you, bro?
What it do? What it do? Welcome to episode 4 of the Hot Tag Podcast.
Episode Quattro. What's up, man? How was your week, man?
We was good. The wrestling was a bit meh, but me personally, my week was all right.
I'm glad your week was all right. You know, my week was good. For WWE, their week could have been way better, but we're going to jump right into it, man. We're going to start off with what we saw last week, which we didn't talk about, but we're going to talk about this episode, and that's WWE Evolution.
Yeah, WWE Evolution 2, all women's pay-per-view. The first in a while. I think the last one was when 2019, the first Evolution. So it's been a while. It was long overdue for the women to get this spotlight, and better late than never, really. But WWE. Let me say this first: did not set these women up for success. Just looking at everything they had compiled around this PLE this weekend, I felt like they could have picked a better spot for this pay-per-view, or PLE, my fault. But you know, that's kind of what WWE's been doing right now. They're doing a two pay-per-view PLE a month thing right now. So, but shout out to the women because they definitely they held it down.
Shout out to the women, man. I'm talking about they saved what could have been a disastrous weekend for WWE. Because I mean, it couldn't have gotten any worse, honestly. Like it couldn't have gotten any worse. But the women, they performed, they delivered. And, you know, we're going to give our thoughts. You know, obviously, it's been a week, so everything has already came out. I'm sure, you know, if you watch Raw Smackdown, you saw the results of everything. So there's really no spoilers. We're just going to give our thoughts and opinions on it. And, why not start with the match that kicked off the show, which was the Women's Intercontinental Championship Triple Threat match between Becky, Bayley, and Lyra Valkyria. So what you think about that? How you feeling?
So I missed the beginning of this match, but I did go back and watch it. I thought the match was really good. Lyra is killing it right now. She's going to be one of the workhorses for the women's division for the WWE for a long time, and she's still young. Becky, Bayley, seasoned vets in this. Like, they've been doing this for so long now and they're at the top of the game in like history for real. So when you put all three of them together, you just know you're going to get a banger. And that's what they gave to start off the show. I really like the ending of the match where you see Bayley and Lyra kind of melting down, focusing more on each other instead of the win. And Becky just kind of capitalizes on that, rolls Bayley up for the 3.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, it was a great match to me. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better match to start the card off, um, especially with the way those three have been going at it for the past few weeks. It was a phenomenal match to me. I think it was one of the matches of the night. Um, not only wrestling wise, but storytelling wise as well. Um, I would love to see uh, a fatal four way between all four of the four horsewomen, like I call them, the four horsewomen right now, because I think all of them are really on the top of the game. Becky, Sasha, also known as Mercedes Monet, Charlotte, and Bailey. I would love to see all of them in a fatal four way match. In my eyes, that would be like super dope. Uh, but of course, the man Becky Lynch came out on top. It was a great match. I can't wait to see what's next for her, which we will get into. When we get to the Raw recap. But
Mhm.
if you had to rate that match, right, let's say out of 5, what would you rate that match?
What would I rate it out of
Mm-hmm.
5?
Out of 5.
It was a 4. I think 4. Doesn't matter. Wasn't the
Okay,
greatest
yeah,
match I've ever seen, but it was good.
I give it like a 4.4, 4.5 in my eyes. You know,
4.5. You really
4.5.
like this match?
I do. I'm not gonna lie, I do. And it wasn't because of BBL Bailey. You know, it wasn't mainly because of my girl. Even though she been looking with Bailey, holla at you. Oh, I know you.
Wrestling, brother.
Yeet. All
Wrestling.
right, I'm sorry. Um, um,
Wrestling, brother.
yeah. So NXT Women's Championship. JC Jade and Jordan
It's a
Grace.
goon machine. Uh,
Now, whoa. Wait a minute, bro. Wait a minute, brother. I ain't like your boy Wade Barrett, which he was on. I'm not gonna lie, he was on some shit that Friday, yo. You talking about
oh
Gooner?
yeah, I know
Yeah,
exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what
he's
you're talking about.
wilding. We gonna get into that though. But yeah,
Top
JCJ.
winners in WWE: Booker T, Wade Barrett. Top winners.
Yeah. Oh, don't forget your boy, Jerry the King Lawler.
Oh yeah, no. Jerry the King Lawler goes down in history as the biggest gooner ever. Like Jerry Lawler in the 90s, even the early 2000s, was legit unhinged. Like, I'm telling you, man. You go back and listen to this man anytime he sees a woman. Oh my gosh. It's so bad.
Hey, yeah, he was. And I know Jr. was just like, damn, man, like you gotta chill, bro. Relax.
JR, you can hear that boy JR just literally like, come on, kid. Like,
Oh my
you can
god,
hear it.
that's
Oh my
crazy. All
god.
right, NXT Women's Championship, JC Jane, Jordan Grace. Obviously, I don't watch NXT, unfortunately. I do know of these two women. Uh, I've watched Jordan Grace in TNA. I have not watched JC Jane, so this is my first time watching JC Jane match. And this
Mm-hmm.
is my first time watching Jordan Grace match in WWE. Uh,
So what you think?
it wasn't a bad match. It wasn't a bad match. I think both women performed well. Uh, with JCJ with Fatal Influence, I mean, you could tell. It's when I look at JCJ, I look at this match, and I look at her with Fatal Influence. Obviously, it sort of kind of reminds me as like it reminds me of like Chad Gable with American Made, low key. Um,
Um What's the word I'm looking for? Elaborate.
So when Chad Gable, when he gets into peculiar situations, um, the Creed brothers always find their way, you know, around to do some stuff that just I guess unnecessary. It's like it's two of y'all. You don't really need to interfere, you know.
Uh,
Um, Especially when it's somebody bigger than him, which Jordan was bigger than JC Jane. So they felt it to fatal influence, felt the need to insert themselves in the match. And that's what the Creed brothers do with Chad Gable, especially when
okay,
somebody.
okay. Now I get what you're saying, and it. At first, I did not know where you were going with that one, but I get what you're saying. They're heaters. They're classic heaters, like Judgment Day
Yeah,
when
you
they
know,
get
yeah.
involved.
Obviously the
Bloodline,
MFTs,
and
yeah, the old
exactly
bloodline.
MFT.
Yeah,
Heaters. That's what you have
yeah.
a group for, right?
Hey, that's true. That's true. But I mean, it was for my first time watching an actual like NXT Women's Championship match. It wasn't bad.
Hmm.
Mariah, was it Mariah May?
Uh, that was her name in AEW. She's
That
Blake
was Blake
Monroe.
Monroe. Yes, Blake
Blake
Monroe. I
Monroe.
always yes, Blake Monroe. What a turn!
You've never seen any Blake Monroe, right?
No,
Because you don't watch AEW.
no. So that was my first like just watch. That was my first time watching her in any aspect of professional wrestling. So um, I was not expecting that turn at all. I'm gonna be honest.
Now that's what's crazy. Here's what's crazy. Because as somebody who doesn't watch AEW, you can say that you wasn't expecting that turn. Well, as somebody who does watch AEW, I mean I can speak for people who watch AEW and WWE. We all saw this turn coming.
Mm,
We saw this turn coming a mile away because of what WWE hired her for. What she got known for was her heel work.
mm, okay.
If you go back and you look at any of the things she did in what against Tony Storm, and I'm sure AEW uploaded it on their YouTube or somebody has done like a compilation of the saga between her and Tony Storm, all the way down to the final ending, current call, whatever they called it. Her heel work in AEW was some of the best heel work in a long time, like near MJF level heel work.
Mm,
And I'm sure that's what WWE saw from her, and that's why they brought her in. But it was interesting to everybody when they brought her in as a face. They brought her in as a face instead of just having her be the heel off the rip. But I think it's because they wanted to have the turn.
right.
In AEW, she had to turn when she turned on Tony Storm. They wanted to have that turn here. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it hit as hard as the one she did on Tony Storm, but I get it. It was it was coming. It was coming soon, and with WWE, especially like NXT, getting ready to give the reins a little bit more to Jordan Grace, or they might be a little hesitant. I think this feud where her and Blake Monroe is definitely going to show to bring out a side of Jordan Grace that we a little bit of edge that we've been looking for from her since she came into the WWE from TNA. Uh, Her run had kind of been a little flat, so I think this is really going to kickstart that for Jordan Grace. And as far as Blake Monroe goes, like I said, she's known for her heel work, so I expect her to do nothing less but kill this whatever she's about to do, whatever they're about to get into. As far as the match goes for me, uh, the match was all right. They haven't fully let Jordan Grace be Jordan Grace quite yet. She has a lot of, like I'm saying, she has a lot of untapped potential, and you could tell they were kind of building this match up for the eventual turn. So it was an all right match for me.
All right. So the match that followed that was the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship Fatal 4-Way. All right. It was between Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka Kairi Sane, So Ruka, and Zarya, and obviously the Judgment Day. What you think about this match?
Well, I like this match. You know, I'm a big tag team guy. I've said it on this podcast multiple times. So just how tag team matches are orchestrated, especially multi-tag matches, always the pacing and the interactions, so many people and moving parts that you can't help but get a fun match out of these types of matches. And this was no different. Um, Solid work from everybody in this match. They really did a good job of making So Ruka look like a star in this match. Shout out to So Ruka. I think she had 3 matches in like 3 days or something like that, and or 2 days in this past weekend. So yeah, they really did a good job of that. Raquel and Roxanne keep the belts. Like everybody knew, nobody really thought they were losing this one.
No.
So yeah.
No, I agree with you. It was um it was a great match. Uh especially tag team fatal 4-Way. Uh I would like to highlight Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Because first of all I was shocked that Charlotte Flair finally got some type of chance in Georgia.
Yeah,
I was
they're
like,
coming around. They're trying to come around.
they was like off the chain with her. They was shit Charlotte. I was like, oh, okay. They finally, showing Shorty some love. But I think they were I thought they were going to actually give them the titles just because they had so much on them, like the coming weeks. I was like, yeah, are they finna do like a title change to have Charlotte and Alexa? But at the same time, I didn't really think that Raquel and Roxanne was going to lose. Um, but I do like them as a tag team though, and even though they're not friends, I do like them as a tag team. So, but the match wasn't bad. It was pretty solid.
I like the dynamic of Roxanne and Raquel. I think honestly, as they're looking to run more with Liv as the face, I feel like they're going to eventually want her to do more singles work, especially as a women's champion, as it looks like they were positioning her to be again. So when it comes to Raquel, I feel like she shines a lot more in the tag team division, even though her singles match with Rhea at what was that?
The Night of Champions.
Night of Champions. Her singles match at Night of Champions with Rhea was good. I do feel like she shines a lot more in the tag division, and Roxanne are not really looking to push too fast yet. as it seems.
Mm-hmm.
Roxanne and Raquel, it's a good team when you look at it.
So who would you have Raquel partner with, Liv or Roxanne?
I mean, she's what 4 or 5 tag team champion with Liv. So they've done that, right? They've explored that, and not that it's bad, it works.
Mm-hmm.
I think that me personally, I would like to see more of Roxanne and Raquel as a team.
Mm-hmm. Right. All right. I can see that. Um, Next match, the women's championship. You had Trish Stratus versus Tiffany Stratton. Um, this this match, this was a good match. Uh, I
You're a Tiffy fan, so how do you feel about your girl performance in this match?
I'm going to be honest. I feel like it could have been better.
Mm.
Um, I thought it was good, but I feel like it could be better. Like I'm not gonna lie. I feel like her match with Charlotte and the match with her and Anaya for the last woman standing match were probably her like two best matches this year, and those are pretty recent. Um,
Interesting. I,
yeah,
I may have a reason why you feel that way.
yeah. I feel like she could have did better.
You want to know? You want to know what the reason is?
What's the reason?
And my Tiffany fans may not like what I got to say here, but I'm gonna be honest. You want to know why this match did not compare to her matches with, like you said, Charlotte Flair and Nia Jax? It's because she had to lead this match. Trish Stratus has not wrestled in a while. She doesn't wrestle often. Tiffany is the younger competitor. She's the world champ.
True.
She had to lead this match. And I personally, just after looking at it, don't feel like Tiffany is ready to lead a match yet. And when you put her in these matches with these top tier women in the Charlotte Flair and the Nia Jax, uh, regardless of how any of y'all might feel about Nia Jax for real, she is one of the best in the company. Reliable. Whenever you decide to push her like a force, she will look like a force. Right?
Mm.
So they're more comfortable leading these matches, whereas though I don't feel like Tiffany is as comfortable yet. Not saying she won't get there, not saying she can't get there, but right now she's just not ready.
I can agree that. I agree. I can agree with that because there were some calls during the match where I was just like, yeah, it was like I don't really. That's kind of sloppy. But I
And
mean,
I
hey,
had,
shout out to Trish Stratus though.
yeah,
You know?
shout out to Trish Stratus. If this was her last match, Trish is a Hall of Famer, legend, which like really changed the business for real. Shout out to her. I just think she's on the other side of her career, so she's not. This match was better than I expected it to be. It still wasn't like the best match on this card by any stretch of the
Mm-mm.
means, but it was a better match than I had anticipated going into it. And my point about Tiffany not being able to lead a match will I have the same echo sentiments for somebody else in this card.
I think I know who you're talking about. But hey, yeah, that said match wasn't bad. Could have been better. Um, if this was Trisha's last match, then I mean, she put it out there. If it's not, if we may see her down the line, maybe she gets a retirement match like Goldberg. Maybe she gets that little final run, which I'm not mad at. Why? Because Trish showed that she can still be in the ring and not kill nobody. Billy, God damn it. But yeah, but
If it
the
was
next match,
Trish's last, hold on, real quick. If it was Trish's last match, great. What a way to go out then on the All Women's pay per view.
yeah, I mean they were chanting her name at the end, so
shout out
they were
Trisha.
saying she still got it. Unfortunately, Goldberg won't know how that feels. No holds barred match. No holds barred match.
They're gonna think this
Naomi.
is just a podcast. They're gonna think this is a podcast where we just shit on Goldberg all day.
Listen. I don't shit on Goldberg. Okay. I just don't like shit. So like.
Nah, Goldberg. I'm gonna be honest. After your comments in the media this week, brother, and if we got time, we'll talk about that. After your comments this past week, brother, after WWE handed you a retirement world title match that you didn't have to have, it's crazy, and this is why people talk about you the way they do. But on to, like you said, no holds barred match. Jade Cargill, Naomi.
Now I have a question. Is the person that you said who couldn't lead a match as well, is one of them on this match card?
Yes.
And by one of those people is one of those people the Storm, Jade Cargill?
100%.
All right. Okay.
Like I said, though, it's not a bad thing because they're green. They're still, especially Jade, although they have put a lot of time into Jade, but by now you should be a little more. What's the word I'm looking for? Ahead, I guess, of where you are now. Advanced, right. I guess.
She's having some more experience in a sense.
It's not that she can't get there. And hey, this match may be the start of that. But you can get into it.
Hey, listen, I mean, we've been down this road before. There are some differences, obviously. Bianca Belair, who was announced to be the special guest referee for this match. Obviously, two of her closest friends in one match. I'm not gonna lie, I paid no attention to her. Gonna be honest, she was just there.
Yeah. At first, I was like, when they announced the match no holds barred, I was like, "Cool, that's great. That's gonna be awesome." And then I wasn't expecting for them to add a special guest ref, but then when they did, and it was Bianca, I was like, "Okay, she's gonna have a pivotal role in the outcome of this match," and nah.
Nope. She was just there. She was just making her facial expressions and, just there, honestly. It was a good match. It was a solid match. I love some of the spots that they did, especially with the tables. I think, first of all, shout out to Naomi. for that match in general. For just, I mean, you want to talk about like wrestlers who have the ability to not only like help build a star, but like, I mean, it's just, I don't know how to put it, but Naomi is one of those wrestlers. Like you feel me? She can help do that, and I think she did that with Jade multiple times.
That's what they used her for years in the WWE. Her first run was just to put other people they thought was ahead of her over, whether that was Sasha Banks, whether that was Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair at the time, Asuka, whoever they would bring in from NXT, they would just put over Naomi for credibility, despite Naomi really being one of the best on the roster. And once she left, did her own thing, and came back, we've seen that she's no longer willing to take that.
I mean, just look at it. She won the Money in the Bank. Like, that's just that just shows the start of it. Like, yo, I'm not the same Naomi as before. This is different.
The start of it was the character change.
Yeah. That was the biggest one.
Giving her, for a while, she was just drifting. Kind of just a side piece to Bianca and Jade. The character change and the heel change really gave her a lot to put out there. It really gave her new life, and she's been killing it. And the moment we talk about at the end of this card is prime example.
Yeah.
But yeah, this match was good. It was physical. They definitely took advantage of the no holds bar stipulation. I hate matches where they don't use the stipulation. You could do anything. It's a no holds bar match. Anything is legal. You feel me? Go all out. So I feel like they definitely did. Jaded off the top rope was crazy. Jade wins the match. She's going to SummerSlam. Well, she was already going to SummerSlam, but now she can focus her sights SummerSlam. Tiffany Stratton. Woo! Wonder who's going to lead this match.
Man, I thought about that. I'm like, damn, this might be some shit, Patch. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Listen,
they might have somebody outside. They might have a ref call this match.
It has potential, and I'm going to hold it to the potential that it has.
I'm a Tiffy fan, so let's hope it's something. Because if it ain't, I'm gonna be pissed off, and I'm gonna go get me a beverage. I'm not gonna lie to you. I might go leave my seat, be like, you know what? I'm gonna get me some drink. I don't think I want to watch. I don't think I want to watch the rest of this match.
Nah, I hope we gonna hope it's good, but I would not be surprised if this match is not. Moving on, though.
The next match we have is the 20 women battle royal. All right, so some of the participants, obviously, we had Nikki Bella, Julia, Candice LeRae, or what did Michael Cole call?
Candice Michelle. He was heavy on the Candice Michelle in this match. Like, sir, Michael Cole, Candice LeRae has been on the roster for years. Years now, sir. That's crazy. You not knowing her name is wild.
Oh man. Last Legend, B-Fab, Kalani Jordan, Jada Parker, and the winner of this battle royal, none other than La Primera, Stephanie Vaquer. Man, oh man.
I wasn't sure if they were going to pull the trigger on Stephanie in terms of this world championship match. Fast, but like when I was looking at it, everybody was in the ring. I didn't see anybody else.
I'm gonna be honest. I was shocked that, like, I don't know. I think it's because I think she's from Georgia or she's from Atlanta, but I wasn't expecting Last Legend to be in there that long.
Yeah, shout out to Last Legend. Held it down to the final 3. With the help elimination over Nia Jax. That was her big moment. She picked her up and put her over the rope. I think they really heavy on Lash, man. They listen, as they should. Last Legend is top prospect level talent. If they are able to mold her into and like help really round out her game, she has the charisma already coming in. They just need to help round out her like in-ring game, and you got another one with Last Legend. So I wasn't surprised.
You know, it would be dope if they do. And I'm only saying this because I feel like if she was aligned with her, she would be able to help her, and like we would get some firework. But it would be dope if they align Last Legend with Naomi. I think that would be dope.
That's crazy. I was actually thinking that too. No bull. Like I actually thought that in the match. Like, Last Legend would be a dope accomplish for Naomi.
Like I feel like they could do some work together. 100%. Like
for sure.
I like that. I do.
For sure. It would definitely aid Naomi having a decent run with the belt too. Because after a while, you're gonna have to. She lost to Jade twice.
Yeah.
So she's gonna have to get some.
She needs an advantage.
Credibility, yeah, some sort of advantage, because you haven't really built her up to be the type of champion that's going to win these matches clean off of the strength of her wrestling. Not saying she won't have a good match, but like the ending, you're going to have to give her an end some way. So having Last Legend out there as like a bodyguard type of role would be fire.
I'll rock with that. I'll rock with that. But I mean, hey, but listen, Stephanie Vaquer, she deserves it. I mean, she is. Listen, you know what she said? She said, "Inglés, and not my lengua, but wrestling, in my language." Shout out Stephanie Vaquer, man. She fired, bro. You already know she. Shout out to she get her little match. She get her championship match at Clash of Paris, Clash of Paris Clash of Paris.
Yeah, Paris.
So she is either going to be the women's world title match or the women's women's championship.
I think it's probably going to end up being the world championship. I think it's like a brand thing. Okay. Like you just fight for the title on your brand. And Stephanie Vaquer quickly rose up the rankings fast in the WWE. Like one of the quickest NXT turnarounds ever. There were people who were in NXT way longer than Stephanie Vaquer. Like, and she was only there for a small time, and she's already like one of the most popular women on the Raw roster, and hence you can see by this win. So, whoever she faces in Paris, most likely will be Naomi. Is looking like.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
So, I mean,
unless Triple H decide, Triple H, don't you fucking do it. Don't you do it.
well, I mean, since we're already at it, speaking of Naomi, the last match on the card, Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley, for the Women's World Championship match. For the Women's World Championship. This match quite literally saved the entire weekend. Hands down, that was a 5-star match to me. That was 100% a 5-star rating match. I mean, from start to finish, it was just like you were on the edge of your seat. Like, whoa, I don't know who's gonna win. I don't know who's gonna win. This is one of those matches.
I feel like they coming into this card, they knew what they wanted in terms of they knew they wanted Rhea versus Io to headline the show, and they knew that's what they was going, and that was going to be the big match of the weekend. And they let them go out there and do their thing. They gave them the time, they gave them the free roam, and they let them go out there and work, and they killed it.
100%.
Killed it. This match had me on the edge of my seat.
Yes, this is one of them ones. Like this is that was a main event match. You're gonna be talking about that match, especially for that pay per view. You're talking about that match for a while. Like
the back and forth was crazy. There was a ref bump. Io killed the referee with a drop kick.
Yeah,
and they went. Rhea hit the riptide. Thought it was over. There's no ref. They fight into the crowd. Io with the crazy Rey Mysterio off the cage cross body to Rhea. They fight back into the ring. Io, they did this dope ass shot. If you go back and watch, they did this dope ass shot where Io's loading, throws Rhea in the ring. She climbs to the top for the moonsault, and instead of like having the in-ring angle, they show the outside the ring angle as the ref is kind of climbing back into the ring at the same time. So it's like you get the angle of Io coming off the top of the moonsault and the ref sliding into the ring at the same time. It was kind of it was dope. 1-2, Rhea kicks out, crazy pop. I think there was a Spanish fly from from Io off the top rope, crazy. And then, as they both laid out, what happens, Kev? What happens, Scott?
no other than Miss Money in the Bank. Naomi runs down, cashes in her contract. She hits Io with the briefcase. She goes in. I forget her name of her finishing move.
Split leg. She clears out Rhea. She clears out Rhea.
Goes her out the ring.
Gets her out of there.
You feel me? Hits her split leg moonsault on Io. 1, 2. We have a new women's world champion.
The crowd lost their mind. When her music hit, the crowd lost their mind. I don't think nobody expected her to cash in this match.
Nope, not at all.
Everybody was in consensus was, she's going to cash in, probably clash in SummerSlam against Jade after she wins against Tiffany, or Tiffany if she survives Jade somehow. That's how she's going to get, because the story's there with both of them.
Mm-hmm.
right? But nah, man. Her music hits. She comes out, like you said, smashes you with the briefcase, moonsault, 1, 2, 3, and new
That was
women's world champion.
that was the pop of the night, man. That was the one. I mean,
Oh my god, the whole thing from the match to the cash in was perfect. Just
yeah,
perfect.
yeah. This is a 5-star match to me. 100%. This from start to finish, this is a 5-star match. This will probably go down as like one of the matches of the year, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
And
hey,
what a moment for Naomi, man. What a moment for Naomi. She deserved it a million times over.
mm-hmm.
Uh, she's been killing it, like I said, with the Proceed with Caution uh, character. And I'm super like interested to see how like even further she could take it with the world title now. Like fire.
For me, that was evolution. What would you rate this? What would you rate this PLE?
Now, like I said, man, shout out to the ladies for overperforming, over performing and exceeding the expectations that were put on them and placed around this pay per view, what a mainly due to the WWE and the lack of like storytelling, story building for this show, the placement of this show, everything. Shout out to the ladies for overperforming. What are we doing? 5 or 10? What do we usually do? Okay,
Let's do 5. We'll do
out
5.
of 5, I'll get this pay per view. I'll get this pay per view 4.8. One of the best pay per views of the year so far.
Mm. Okay, I'll give it. I, I'll give it a 4. I give it 4 out of 5.
I just felt like everything they did in this pay per view. I keep saying pay per view. That's how you know we're
You
dating
old, man.
ourselves because
You old, man.
I don't think I will ever get used to calling them PLEs. But this PLE, everything made sense. Everything they did, all the winners, everything made sense. And that's the biggest thing when it comes to these shows sometimes. Is that they just be trying to do anything for some swerve factor sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes this person should win just because they, you feel me? So, yeah.
Hey, so it's a solid PLE. Hopefully we get another one in the near future, and maybe that one
It's got to be yearly
exceeds.
now.
And I think I kind of do agree. I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of do agree. It should be yearly.
Got to be
If not,
yearly now.
if not
Let's not,
yearly, maybe every 2 years.
man, let's not act like they didn't provide you one of your best PLEs, Triple H.
Way better than Saturday Night Main Event in Georgia.
They're way better than Saturday Night's Main Event. Way better than Great American Bash, which granted is an NXT show, but it was better than Great American Bash. It was the best show y'all put out the whole weekend.
That's true. That's true. All
So,
right. Sorry. Listen. Let's get into these show recaps. All right. Now, as we said before, Raw and SmackDown, they weren't really the craziest. Even though the biggest thing that happened this week was the return of none other than my tribal chief and your tribal chief, the OTC one, Roman Reigns.
yeah, this was crazy. I was hearing the speculations and the rumors right? But I just wasn't sure. Um, just because Roman is one of their biggest stars, like so they tend to save his return for the big moments. So him showing back up on Raw to me just didn't seem likely, but they did it, and yeah, it was
You saw
crazy,
that. You
man. Pop
saw
was
and heard
reaction
that
was nuts.
reaction. I mean, literally, as soon as the place lit up. The entire arena lost their minds. I think I was at work. I think it was Tuesday, and I was on TikTok, and I was just watching like different POVs and reactions of Roman Reigns coming back. And I mean, like his aura and star power is undeniable. Like you cannot make that type of star power up. Like his absence is felt.
I'm gonna let you get your Roman Reigns glaze off because that's your boy. Go ahead.
I mean, like, but I'm so serious though. Like, it's like the proof is in the pudding, bro. I mean, I was SummerSlam. That pop was enormous. On a Raw, a Raw, it felt like. I mean, it was one of the ones. Like I honestly, I'm he's on the verge of being put up there on terms of like presence and pops with like The Rock, Stone Cold, in my opinion. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be super real with you. He's starting to get up there.
I'm not
Like
going to debate it now.
it's let me get it off. Let me get it off.
I said that. I
Let me,
literally said I'm going
he
to let you get it off. I haven't said anything. I
he
literally
is
said I'm going to let you get it off.
my tribal chief, man. I but it made sense for him to return at some point. Like, especially he's already booked, like he's advertised for SummerSlam. You feel me? So there's no reason for them to wait until SummerSlam for him to come back, where he already has to potentially leave again because he has to go film Street Fighter. Now, not saying Street Fighter gonna take long, or you feel me, or he gonna be away for a good minute, but like we know my boy. You feel me? And he did clear up some rumors saying he wasn't on vacation. He wasn't tripping on a yacht. You feel me? He wasn't out in Aruba somewhere. He said, listen, I'm a grown man. I got kids. I got responsibilities. Kids and this school, then we got tutoring. I was out there taking care of home first, and then I'm gonna come whoop some ass. And there's more receipts to come. But shout out my tribal chief, man. He came. You feel me? He obviously came after the gauntlet match with CM Punk, Braun Breaker, Jay Uso.
Yeah.
Um,
Don't want to glance over that match because
yes,
that
because
match was crazy.
that was. I mean, first of all, shout out to Braun Breaker. We already knew Braun Breaker was going to go the entire
Yeah,
gauntlet.
Braun Breaker running the gauntlet,
Um,
almost running the gauntlet.
I mean, it was almost a clean sweep. I mean, Penta, LA Knight, Jay Uso, but you know, unfortunately, he lost to the best in the world and CM
Ain't no
Punk.
harm in losing to the best in the world.
Um, which CM Punk now is facing Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. Um,
Knew this. Everybody knew this was where they were going next. It had to be.
yes, this was bound to happen. It's 100% bound to happen. Um, but I listen. Shout out to CM Punk. That's cool and all, but obviously Roman Reigns is back and he coming to whip some ass. And I think it's either going to be two things, right? It's either going to be Roman and Braun,
Mm-hmm.
or it's going to be Roman and Jay versus Braun and Bronson.
That's kind of where you go, right? With it, you're up. You do the tag team thing, Roman, Jay. Just because
Yeah,
you can't do, can no longer do Steph versus Roman, I guess now. with him being hurt, whether it is at work or not. He's not. He already said he's not going to be at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Well, he's not going to be fighting at SummerSlam. So, and I'm not going to get my hopes and expectations up for him to make a return at SummerSlam and then it not happen and not be upset and not like the whole show. So I'm gonna just assume that he won't be there and move on. But with that being said, Roman and Jey Uso, Braun and Bronson should be a good tag match. It should get the job done.
It should definitely get the job done. I'm just excited that my tribal chief is back and I get to see him in action at SummerSlam. He will be on Raw this week. They have announced that he will be on every Raw episode until SummerSlam. All the way up to SummerSlam. So we listen. Be prepared to see. Be prepared to see Roman Reigns, man, because he coming. He, like you say, more receipts to come. Just enjoy the ride, and I'm here for the ride. So, but that was honestly the biggest thing of Raw. Honestly, Raw was pretty dull. Other than the golden match.
Well, we talked about Naomi ending Evolution, but we guys talk about what started off Raw, which was her.
Right.
Great. She cut a good promo about like everybody counted me out. Nobody, y'all all thought y'all had me figured out, and then I tricked all of you, right? But she did. Rhea comes out. She's not happy. Io comes out. She's not happy. And then Adam Pearce makes the triple threat match for SummerSlam. Naomi, Rhea versus Io. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I figured it was going to happen. I'm not going to lie. I figured that the triple threat was coming because obviously you can't sit there and just give one person there like a match. Like Io and Rhea put on a phenomenal match. So it's only right to have them both fight for it in a triple threat with Naomi.
So you're not mad at Rhea being in this match?
No, I think she deserves to be in this match.
Interesting, because some people feel like, hey, she won. She didn't win. It's not like she had won to beat Io already. It was in the middle of the match, and she didn't get pinned. But you feel me? It's the rule. It's just cashing. It's money to bank cashing rules, right? Like cashing, pin the champ or whatever.
Listen, the same people that's saying that are the same people that's going to be chanting "mommy" when she make her entrance at SummerSlam. How else you going to put Rhea Ripley on this card, man? You got to put Rhea Ripley on SummerSlam. There's no way you don't. There's no possible way that you got to put her on.
Let's look at the landscape. Who could she have faced at SummerSlam? Like if she wasn't in this match, right? Let's take her out of this match for a second. Mm-hmm. Who would you have her face at SummerSlam?
Nobody. She's not on the card. To be honest with you. If she's not in this match, she's not on the card. I don't. What's the point of a 2 week build? Like what you want a 2 week build up / feud? No. Put this is perfect. It's perfect. Have her on this match with those two for the Women's World Championship match, and then after that, we can take a step back and go a different direction.
Yeah, I mean, I do think it is getting a little bit like, all right, she just keeps getting title matches. Like, she didn't even earn the title match she got at Evolution. If you think about it, it was given to her by Io. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, if you want to keep the people behind Rhea Ripley like y'all have her right now, you're gonna have to do something else with it. Like, let's think about Cody, right? Mm-hmm. When he lost to Roman the first time, right? If they would have just outright ran Cody and Roman back, before, instead of doing everything with Brock and everything he did after that, leading up to WrestleMania 40,
Mm-hmm.
would that crowd be as behind him as they was going into that uh going into that show once he won the Royal Rumble and then the whole Rock stuff happened? Would they have been as behind him if he was automatically given another shot at Rome?
No, I mean it it showed like when he gave up his spot to The Rock. I mean, you saw how many people pretty much were outraged. They were like, "No, like we don't want this bald head. You don't want this bald head. We want Cody. You feel me? This is who we want. This is the person we want to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania." So I think if it wasn't for after the loss, then I mean the stuff that he did after that, he wouldn't have gotten the response that he got.
So okay.
Yeah. I mean, this Rhea should be in this match. Me personally, I think Rhea after this match, if she doesn't win, I think she should just go for the Intercontinental Championship match. Championship, honestly. Why not?
I mean, yeah.
So that's just me. But I mean, hey, that's the two biggest things for Raw. Honestly,
one more thing: Punk versus Gunther, right? That literally just got confirmed as the match is going to happen, and I didn't really think about it till now. What? Does Punk win the World Heavyweight Championship here? Does he beat Gunther?
Oh, absolutely.
Because Gunther just got it back. He's building his momentum again. Just beat Goldberg. Does he lose to Punk? Do they pull the trigger on Punk now? Do they wait some more? I mean, this is interesting.
I think they do. and here's why. I think they do because that lingering voice that says that just starts laughing in Punk's head, in Seth Rollins, knowing that he has a contract to fight him anywhere, anytime, any place.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Just having that while he had I think you pulled the trigger. Like I think that just even adds more to the suspense. Honestly.
Like even if there's no cash in that SummerSlam,
even if there's no cash in
just a win by Punk, you still think Punk should win it. I will say there would be nothing that would piss Seth Rollins off more than having the Money in the Bank briefcase and not being able to use it and watching Punk win the World Heavyweight Championship and not being able to do anything about it.
He said himself, as long as I have breath in my body.
There's no way. Now that I think about it, there is no single way Punk walks out of that show with that contract, man.
Bro,
there's no, with that belt, bro.
Come on.
There's no way.
Like that. There is nothing that would piss Seth Rollins off more than the person he hates, CM Punk, winning his World Heavyweight Championship. He said, as long as I have breath in my body, CM Punk will never win a World Heavyweight Championship. And what would be the biggest swerve? CM Punk win the World Heavyweight Championship. While Seth Rollins has the Money in the Bank, and he can't do nothing about it at this moment.
That would be crazy, but I also just don't think they let it happen. I think they actually follow through on Seth Rollins' word, because you got to look up to this point. He's kept his word up to this point. Anytime Punk has been close, who has been there?
You know what WWE could do?
It's blown out knee and all. I just don't see him resting now.
You know what WWE can do that would be freaky and honestly would like be tough if even if they don't pull the trigger on CM
You're
Punk.
going as crazy in my head as I think you are, because I got a crazy little fantasy booking joint too. But if it's as wild as what I'm thinking, that'd be crazy. Go ahead.
Even if they don't pull the trigger on CM Punk now, eventually by the end of the year, it's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
Boom. So let's just say before the end of the year, CM Punk wins the title, right? Also, before the end of the year, you have another person who wins the title, and that man is Roman Reigns, right? Who does Seth cash his Money in the Bank contract on?
Oh, that's just pick of the letter. That's either one of them. No matter.
I mean
Matter.
that
What
would
I
be
was about to
crazy.
say, it's crazy. Now walk with me here. Walk
Okay.
with me here. Listening to the pod, walk with me here. They say CM Punk wins the belt off Gunther at SummerSlam. He's holding it up, and then out the back frame, you see somebody slide into the ring. And you're like, who is that? And then you turn her, and then Punk turns around, and he gets speared to death by Braun Breaker.
Mm-hmm.
He gets him up, spears him again, maybe even spears him again. Bronson Reed, a couple tsunamis. I'm talking about they're destroying CM Punk with this world championship. Then all you hear is,
yep,
right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, there's no way. And then out comes Seth Rollins in wheelchair,
Wheelchair is crazy.
pushed by Paul Heyman. Right? Pushed by Paul Heyman in wheelchair, knee braced. They help him into the ring. He cashes in. This is CM Punk after Gunther match, after post match assault by Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Seth cashes in and on one leg wins the World Heavyweight Championship. But he's not allowed to defend it until he's healthy.
Then what the hell's the point of him winning if you can't defend it? Then is you can just bring it back to the Roman Reigns. You can Roman Reigns had the title and he defended that. He defended that maybe once every 4 months.
I'm not saying he
That's the whole reason. That's the whole reason why you made
but when he was
a new
healthy,
championship.
But right, I'm not saying he wouldn't defend it, right? But but it will be like when his knee was better. It will be him like in a feud with Punk for a while, right? Which is what would happen whether he was healthy and cashing or not. He would go right into a feud with Punk, build to a match in what's after SummerSlam? What, Survivor Series?
I mean, you Clash in Paris. You still got Perth. You still got Survivor Series.
So one of those two, Perth or Survivor Series, where they had a match once Rollins is healthy, and then you could have Punk win, Rollins win, and then the belt gets defended, and so forth and so on.
I think that's crazy. That's like some. Who I'm trying to think. Was it Kevin Nash or was it Shawn Michaels who had the who had the wheelchair joint? He got up out of the wheelchair. They thought his leg was hurt. Was it? I'm trying to think who it was. It was one of them. but
maybe I don't know.
it was winnable. But still, like I thought you were gonna go to like something like that. Like for me, he's gonna be in the wheelchair, and then like all of a sudden, like he's hop in the ring, curb stomp him, and take off his knee brace.
That too.
Man,
That'd be fire too. That'd be
like the
fire
whole time
too.
it was really a work. It
Yeah.
was
Hey,
nasty.
listen, hey, I'm not mad at that either, brother. That would be just as fire.
Listen, man. Either or, I think they pulled the trigger on Punk. Why not? Solid time. You know, I mean, I would do it. I would do it. That way you can set up Gunther versus John Cena. You can start planting the seeds for that. You know? That's just me. But yeah, I mean, that's all I got for Raw. You got anything else for Raw?
No.
For me, that was the Raw recap. So we're going to head over to the counterpart, Friday Night Smackdown. Now, I got just a few little comments on SmackDown. Obviously, this wasn't the best one, of course. But there were some takes with this. But I'll let you go first if you have anything before I get into my little, or you just want me to kind of go in and if you got thoughts.
No, you go ahead.
So
I already got nothing to say to the end.
So obviously the show started out with the car accident with Solo, MFT, all in, which we'll get to into the later in the show. Charlotte and Alexa. Now, as I said earlier in the pod or an episode, I like those two. You know, I kind of like their back and forth. You know, and not only do I see it, but WWE sees it, to which Charlotte has gotten those two a tag team match for the women's tag team titles at SummerSlam against Raquel and Roxanne. Which I think could two things. Raquel and Roxanne win, or Charlotte and Alexa win because somebody in her home state was able to make an appearance, and that's not other than Liv Morgan. You know, that's just how the two scenarios that came into my head. But I think that'll be a solid match. I'm actually glad that they're going to get a match at SummerSlam. Because, I mean, I think those two were they're solid. I kind of like their chemistry. The other thing I'm going to talk about was Solo Sikoa MFT. Now, in the show, you had the San Antonio police come and ask Adam Pearce about Jacob Fatu, right? Now, they thought that Jacob Fatu was a person of interest to the car crash that dealt with the MFTs. So obviously Jacob, knowing his past history, was a little hesitant, but
I ain't going to punk ass police.
He went with the cops. So as he went, Solo came out and was talking about, you know, Jacob saying, you know, once a criminal, always a criminal.
This is crazy.
Which is crazy to say. But lo and behold, the cruiser pulls up. Jacob comes out. Of course, Jimmy is out there waiting for him. Jacob gets cleared of any allegations against him. So what does Jacob Fatu do? Go out to the ring and start busting some ass. All right. And obviously he wasn't alone because Big Jim, which he started booking it because
how the hell did he get the ringside that fast?
No.
He didn't even come out with Jacob.
No,
he was beside the cruiser when he got out, and then next thing you know, he's at ringside.
He's at ringside on the other side, closer to where the commentator table was.
Boy must have
And
hauled ass.
I know he's out of breath. I know he was.
They
He was
talk about this beforehand. Did he know his cue? How did he know to go out there?
I don't know, but whatever, however they did it, I mean, kudos to them because you literally like you with the camera shot, you saw him dap up Jacob, and then the camera followed Jacob to Gorilla into the ring, which wasn't even a far walk. So like, I don't know where, buddy. Listen.
And then like it's not even he didn't come out through the front, so he had to come out through the side. What side entrance did he come through? What the fuck? Did he go back? Stay into the crowd? Like, where did he go?
Yo, I'm gonna have to look up a layout of that arena because
no bud underground
he got there that fast. Like he literally was on the apron before Jacob fully got to the ring. Like I'm like, yo, yeah, that's crazy. But obviously, you know, they had a brawl. It was them two of the MFT, and Adam Pearce comes out and says that, you know, since Solo tried to get Jacob locked up, he gonna do something even better. He gonna put Solo and Jacob in a title match at SummerSlam in a steel cage. So we have another title match, which we kind of figured was going to happen. Steel cage. I honestly can't wait to see. I can't wait to see that ring design and how that happens, especially since it's going to be outdoor in MetLife. I can't wait to see how they do it.
The highlight, what they usually do with the outside shows is it's usually like a what do you call it? Like a over some over top of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually how they do that.
They gotta just pull it down and lower it.
Yeah, it's like a canopy type thing that they usually like with some truss and stuff.
Got you. Then on SmackDown we also had a fatal 4-way tag team match for the number one contenders for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship between DIY, Fraxium, Motor City Machine Guns, and the newly established Andrade and Rey Fenix. When I tell you this had to be the SmackDown Tag Team division has been like carrying.
Full fucking carry.
Like has been carrying not only in my eyes SmackDown, but the whole tag team division itself. Yeah. Like they have been putting on match after match after match after match. Like in the past few weeks, there has not been a bad tag team match.
No. Even the match that got interrupted on SmackDown between the Profits and the Y6 the first time, the match wasn't bad up until the point where all the teams jumped in. So, they were this SmackDown Tag Division has been on one, and it's crazy how that's been the best part of the shows. And it seems like that's the only thing in SmackDown, but Raw feels like there's so much more going on, and they're both 2 hours now. I don't understand how that feels that way.
Yeah,
SmackDown's been getting his ass kicked by Raw recently.
But that tag team division, man, that tag team division is just undeniable. There were so many spots in this, like Chris Sabin, he had a suicide dive outside the ring. Yo, Rey Fenix, bro, he hit Axiom with I think it was like he jumped on the top rope and hit him like a spin kick. I was like, what the hell? Like, yo, it It was nasty. Like
it's probably the best tag division WWE has ever had.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, and I don't want to like false state, but I'm thinking about it, and you just look at the teams you have in this division, from the Street Profits to the Guns to DIY to Fraxium, Andrade, and
6.
Phoenix. Yeah, even Legato.
Mm-hmm.
Why? It's the crazy division, and yeah, they putting on. They're saving these episodes of SmackDown every week.
100%. And so Andrade and Ray Phoenix, they get their number one contenders championship match against the Y6, which I think it should be. It should be a fun one. I can't wait for that.
It's gonna be a crazy one, man.
And to close the show,
I hope it's on a PLE instead of a SmackDown like they've been doing recently.
I hope so too, but it might be on the SmackDown. I'm going to be honest with you.
Probably will be on the SmackDown.
It's probably going to be on the SmackDown, which is crazy to me, but whatever. The last segment of the night was the contract signing between Cody Rhodes and John Cena for SummerSlam.
Man, I had high hopes for this segment, and I told you I thought I did, man. I thought we were going to get something. Something more, and then we did.
I saw a little something that kind of piqued my interest. I saw the seeds. I always like to say the seeds planted, but I saw a little switch, right, between Cena and Cody. Now obviously, Cody came out. And he was, talking about the tweet that he made earlier. And he was just, trying to establish it more, elaborating more on it. And, as he was talking, pretty much, as soon as he came in, he signed the contract. He was like, let's get it on. Like, I'm not wasting no time.
Cena didn't come out till after Cody's promo.
Yes.
And they don't usually do contract signings like that.
No, and when Cena came out, first off, as soon as he came in, he like instantly sat down and he was just like, "Cody, have a seat. Like let's talk." So Cena pretty much came in saying that, Cody has earned every right to get a championship match. It just won't be at SummerSlam because obviously he's filming a Netflix movie, and they said it was last minute, but he won't be at SummerSlam, quote unquote. So he can get it. He can get his title match another time, another place, right? And he's like, I'm just so exhausted and I feel so bad, But like, you're gonna get your match, you just won't be at SummerSlam. I can't make it. I talked to the higher ups, and it won't work. Now, what piqued my interest is there was a slight turn for each man. For Cena, you could just see the face just a little bit, just kind of popping out just a little bit, especially the way he was just saying, like, listen, like, you'll get your title match. I'm just, I'm so sorry, like, I don't know what to do. I tried everything, but it just won't work, right? Obviously, while he's explaining himself, Cody is on the other side, like fuming, just face is red, huffing and puffing. He is like, he's livid, he's mad. But like with that, even I'm starting to see just a little bit of turn as well, just a little bit of heel in there, just a little turn.
I do get what you're saying. Like it definitely is like Cody Rhodes is like, all right, no more Mr. Nice Guy type. I get that.
Yeah, and then obviously, as soon as Cena was like, listen, appreciate you. you get your title match, just ain't gonna be at SummerSlam. And he leaves and he walks out the ring. And Cody's like, man, fuck all what you talking about. I'm getting my match. So of course Cody hops out, attacks John Cena from behind. They go at it outside the ring, go inside the ring. Cody starts teeing up on Cena. Then Cena Cena takes off his shirt, grabs the title, and he tries to hit Cody with the title. But Cody sees it. He catches John, he counters him, and Cody has the title. Now, obviously, last time Cody was in this predicament, he didn't pull the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, on SmackDown, he looked at that title and he decided to pull the trigger and hit John Cena with that championship belt. If that don't say Cody is on his way to turning, I don't know what it is.
It's definitely started. It's the loss of like the I'm too good to like take this shot type of thing. I definitely do still think it's going to take a long while before we really get any official Cody turn for real. But like you said, the seeds, right? My whole thing was fight after a contract signing. Knew that was going to happen. It's a contract signing. No contract signing happens without a fight. So that's you can already expect that coming in. And then I guess me thinking about it now, I would have liked to have another promo battle between John and Cody, even though we've seen that already. Just more along the lines of like Cena like not trying to back out of the match, but owning up like, bro, I beat you.
Mm-hmm.
I beat you in front of your family, in front of your friends. I beat you in the main event of WrestleMania. I beat you for the championship. Like, and that is provoking Cody. Like, more than like Cena just saying, "Oh, I don't want to do it. I can't do it." Like, you beat him. You beat him.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have to be afraid of? You know what I'm saying? So I would have liked to see that more. I guess that's why this segment fell kind of flat to me, because I was just like, well, this really ain't much different than what we saw the first time with Cena just kind of acting cowardice against Cody and Cody like laying him out at the end of the show. This was literally the build up to their first match.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I would have liked to see something different. Yeah, you could have a fight at the end of the thing, but the promo clash leading to that exact same moment with Cody in the belt would have just went over a little better than me.
I agree. I mean, I told you, I said it off pod that I wasn't really. They got to show me something different.
Mm-hmm.
We've already pretty much seen what they're going to give us. I wasn't really excited. You know, I said I need to see the match. I don't need to see the build up. I don't need to see the promo because I mean I've already seen. I need to see the match.
Yeah, I fully agree with you on that now.
If they can show me something, which they really didn't show me a lot different, to be honest with you, like it wasn't, like other than Cody now being able to finally pull that trigger, cool.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I mean it's verbatim. So I got to see the match.
I guess that was the big thing they wanted to get to us right, or show to us right that Cody, he's got it in him now, right? He's got it in him now, and I don't think that will be enough for him to win the match at SummerSlam. Right? I don't think it will be enough, but I do think it's like, okay, he has it in him, and maybe that mixed with the loss at SummerSlam is what further pushes what that said like turn that you spoke about. But I don't know. We'll have to see. Street fight, I think it will be entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's different than their first match. Gives them a lot more um, to do, I guess. So yeah.
Yeah, can't wait for that. Like I said, we will be live in attendance for that aforementioned street fight between John Cena and Cody Rhodes. And I mean that's it. That's
Mm-hmm.
the weekly
No
recap.
no AEW for me this week. I feel like this their first show post All In was them trying to just build this new foundation that they're going with Hangman as champ. So uh I could expect next week's show to probably be a lot better as we'll start looking forward to moving toward what I think is Forbidden Door at the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
Pay-per-view for AEW is at the end of August. Not the end of this month, but the end of August. So yeah, nothing for this week.
Mm-hmm. Listen, that's it for the weekly recap. You feel me? That's it for episode 4 of the Hot Tech Podcast, man. We
Well, one last thing before we go.
okay.
I did want to pose a question to any of the viewers or listeners listening to the pod, and you can put your opinion on this in the comments, or you can write us on TikTok or Instagram. Links will be in the description of this week's pod. But my question to y'all and to you,
Mm-hmm.
we talked about John Cena, and we know he's on his farewell tour. But there's still some people in the WWE that he hasn't faced yet. So my question to y'all is, who is somebody on the roster that Cena hasn't faced that you would like to see him face before he retires?
Mm.
Now you can think about it. I'll give my answer, and then yours.
Okay.
All right. So my answer to this question is, I would like to see John Cena face Chad Gable.
Okay.
I would like to see Cena face Gable mainly because I know how good Gable would perform. I know he would give Cena a lot because Gable's selling is top tier, and he will let you get your shit off for sure. He has no problem letting people get their shit off, and at the same time, I know he would get his shit off too, and it would actually be a lot. It will be a fun match in my opinion. I think it will be a fun match. So my answer, Chad Gable.
So I had 2 names popped in my head. The first one obviously being Roman Reigns because he has, I mean, yet to beat Roman Reigns recently.
So it has to be somebody he hasn't faced.
Oh, he hasn't faced. Oh,
Yes.
okay. I thought like during the tour. Okay, well I'm going to my second name, Obafemi. Here's why I go Obafemi. I think the current state of John Cena versus the ruler Obafemi would be a phenomenal match. I think those two dynamics clashing would be, I mean, it'd be some shit. I'm gonna
So
be
are you
honest.
saying this as Cena as a face or as a heel? Because I think I would like to see it Cena heel over Femi face. Because
Yes.
then you get that Cena comeback,
Yes.
and that's
Yes.
just
Cena. Cena heel. Cena. You feel me? Coming in with either whether he has a title or not. Like Cena coming in with the straight face, the dark. You feel me? No.
So you
Light.
So you want heel Cena?
I want heel Cena face over Femi.
Mm.
I would love to see that.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, y'all can let us know what you think about our choices in the comment. If you think the matches will be good, and who would y'all like to see Cena face that he hasn't faced before he retires.
Amen. Hey, and that wraps up the Hot Tag Podcast. You feel me? Episode 4 is in the books. We recap Evolution, we recap Raw, recap SmackDown. Next week it'll be the same thing. We'll have some AEW for you. And we may have a little TNA. We may have a little bit.
Oh yeah, TNA.
You know,
Slammer. We're filming this on Sunday. TNA Slammiversary is today. I will be checking that out.
100%.
AJ Styles
returning.
is making his return to TNA. I'm excited. I'm excited about that. That's just come on. If you grew up watching TNA like I did, then you know how much AJ Styles means to TNA, how much he meant to TNA. So him being back at Slammiversary is going to be crazy.
It's going to be hard. So we definitely going to tune into that. And yeah, I mean, like my counterpart said, links will be in the descriptions if you want to shoot us some ideas, questions, comments. Just write us. You can DM us. You can write and take on our TikTok, Instagram. Like I said, we're all for feedback. If you're enjoying it, if there's things you got questions about, just let us know. You feel me? Like I said, this is pro wrestling. All right, we talk about anything and everything. So, without further ado, we're gonna close this episode. Like I said, follow us on TikTok, follow us on Instagram. Make sure you're liking the content, rating and reviewing the podcast. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, anywhere you can get podcasts. That's where we're on. And this wraps up episode 4, and we'll see y'all next week for episode 5.
Peace.
Peace.